So hello everyone. So today we are going to continue the session. So in the previous session, what we have discussed about the um creating the business taxonomy. So if you remember, we have created the business issue, business group, propositions. So let us start from there, and we will go with the next steps and how we need to proceed. Okay. So like I told, I will send you the notes every day. Okay, I will share the notes to you. You can go through that.
Notes and recordings both, right?
Yeah, both of them you will get.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, so we have here business taxonomy. So the business taxonomy is divided into business issue. So what is business issue? Business issue is nothing but reason for promotion. So then we have business group, which is the category of promotion. And then we have the third one, that is the proposition, which is nothing but the promotion itself. The promotion is called proposition. So this is what we have seen in the last session. So now we will create that and we will see the next steps also. So let us go to the Dev Studio and do that. Okay, so now I go to the Dev Studio and okay, so within the Dev Studio, so where we have to go? We have to go to configure and decisioning, proposition management. This is where you have to create the business taxonomy. So I will create the business issue, business group, and the proposition here. So I'm going to add them. So click on add new business issue. So I call it as sales rules rule set. Now I am going to add groups. So let us call this group as something like medicines, and
In
business issue
last
is
session,
sales.
Ravikar, in last session we have added these, right?
We have added, but I'm just continuing from there.
Okay.
Okay. So I am adding here medicines again, because with that only we will be able to proceed, right? That's why. Okay. So first I'm adding medicines. So next I'm going to add one more group here. So let us say I'm going to add something like insurance offers. Okay. Like let's say insurance offers. So now click on create. Now we have one issue, two groups. Okay. So there is one issue, two groups. So the sales, under sales, we have two groups, insurance offers and medicines. Now, ideally, before you actually create the proposition, it is recommended to create the characteristics of the proposition. So what is mean by that? So let me tell you basically what is mean by characteristics of the proposition. Uh, See, basically, for example, you take any business. Let us take, for example, you are promoting a e-commerce company, which is having, let us say, one business group as laptops. So there is a business group called laptops. So for laptops, what kind of characteristics do you expect? Something like laptop price, okay, how many years of warranty, okay, years of warranty, and for example, let us say, what you say, for example, color, color of laptop, and what is the, okay, what is the model. So these kind of things are nothing but the characteristics of a proposition. So the characteristics of a proposition are nothing but called as properties. Okay, so these are created as properties. So any proposition that you take, that will have some characteristics. For example, if you take a medicines, like we have medicines, so then your characteristics will be like what is a medicine name, expiry date, price of that medicine, right? Price of that medicine, is it recommended for kids or only for adults, what is the dosage duration, all these things will be there, right? So that is nothing but the characteristics of the proposition, which have to be created as properties. Okay, so it has to be created as a properties. So let us see how do we create those properties. So ideally, before you create the propositions, we have to create this properties only. So after creating the properties, then we have to go for propositions. So let us see how to do that. So if you see this taxonomy, here we are adding business issue, business group, then we have to add properties here. Okay, so we have to add properties. So what I will do, I will go to the medicines. So within this medicines, you can add properties here also. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to this medicines group. So business issue, the reason for promotion, the reason is to increase the sales. Business group, category for promotion, and this category is medicines category. So where I have to create properties, I have to create the properties in the form tab. Okay, go to the form tab. This is where you have to add the properties. So come to here and you simply say add field. So let us add the same thing that we discussed. For example, medicine price. Okay, medicine price, and you have to create it, right? Just click on this and create it. So if you don't know properties, again you have to learn what is a property, what is the data model, and all that. So that is the reason I told that every one of you have to be uh, CSA certified or CSA knowledge, because this is basic PEGA BPM thing. Okay, and I created here, but just create in rules set only. Okay, first I have added medicine price. Now let us add something like what do we add? We add let us add something like uh, okay, I will add something like yeah, let us add something like is a tablet. Okay, I'm just adding like is tablet. That means is it a tablet or syrup, like that. Okay, so that is what I'm adding here. Then I just create it and create. So this property is tablet. So this one I'm keeping it as a boolean, because it is just a checkbox or something like that. Okay, I want to keep. Okay, now if you see this, we have created two properties now. First one is the medicine price, second one is tablet. Now save it and now try to create the propositions. Okay, so now you try to create the propositions. So what you do, just come to the data tab and start adding the propositions. So we have seen this right before also. How you create propositions? First, you create the business issue. Under business issue, business group. You open the business group, then you click on new. That is how we create the propositions. So let us say I add something like COVID-19 dosage 1. Okay, COVID-19 dosage 1. Then I'm here I'm giving dosage 1 COVID-19 medicine. So we have some options, always, never, within a defined time period. So always means this particular proposition is always active, always enabled. Never means the proposition is disabled. Within a defined time period means, so for example, let us take a scenario where you are creating a discount during Christmas season. In that scenario, you don't need to keep it enabled throughout the year, right? For example, you can enable it only from December 25th to December 31st, like that. So once the system time reaches December 25th, then only this will become active. Once the system time reaches December 31st, then it will become inactive. So just like a festival discounts. For example, you want to promote some 50% discount on, let us say, Republic Day or Independence Day. So you just select only that particular day. Okay, so then only it will be active. Remaining all the days it will be inactive. Inactive means it will not be promoted. Okay, it cannot be promoted. That is what you have to remember here. Okay, so now I select always. So now uh, we can give the average cost is already coming from over TB. I'm giving here 110. I'm giving each tablet. I'm giving medicine price. I'm giving like 100 rupees or whatever. So same way, let us add one more. Let's call it as uh, paracetamol. I'll give, okay. Okay, paracetamol 100 mg. Okay. Now again I'm selecting each tablet, and here I'm giving like 50. Okay. So like this I am giving the propositions here. So total I have added two propositions, and you notice that every proposition I am able to add the data for this also. So two properties I added, and I need to select the data for the two properties for each and every proposition. So are you able to understand till here whatever we have done, or any questions you have?
Yeah, no questions.
Yeah. So simply every single proposition will have some characteristics. Okay, if you take a mobile, what is a mobile price? What is the color? What is the model? What is the warranty years? How many years warranty? Okay, what are the specifications? Camera pixel, how much pixel is there? So all these are characteristics of a proposition that you promote, which you need to add it in the form tab.
One quick
So
question in that.
now here, yeah,
It's like, see, is it case sensitive or sensitive, or do we have any format? Because paracetamol 100 mg, right? We do have space
uh,
in between, right? So will it be accepted? I mean,
space will be automatically taken by the PY name. Okay,
oh,
so
okay.
yeah, again, this is a PY label. This is a PY label. In the backend, PY name will not have any space.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we have three properties we discussed, right? PY issue, business issue. PY group, business group. PY name is the proposition name. Okay, whatever proposition. But this one is PY label. PY label is like the readable format of your proposition. So in the backend, it will not have any names. Okay, in the backend, it will store like that. Okay, so now we have added two propositions. Now, for example, let us say I open this proposition. Let us say I want to give something like a drop down. So a drop down, for example, or a radio button. Okay, I want to give a drop down or radio button, or for example, I want to give a date time control, or I want to give a multi select. How do I add all those things? So whenever you are creating a property, I cannot make it as a drop down. Okay, I can only select like text input or boolean, like this I can select, but I cannot make it as a drop down option. So for that, we have this thing called custom form. So for that purpose only, we have this thing called custom form. What is the difference between generated form and custom form? Whatever the fields that you add below, those are all scalar properties. Like for example, you cannot add any controls, something like that. You cannot add any controls. But if you want to add any advanced controls, then you have to go for custom form. So let us add that. Okay, what is it? We'll add it. So before that, I will make the notes in the notepad. Okay. So whenever you are practicing, you can go through that notes directly. So what we discussed here, um, characteristics of proposition. Okay, characteristics of proposition. Properties are characteristics. Okay. For example, price, or you say model, warranty, etc. Okay, so we have to go to the business group, then form tab and add field. Okay, go to the business group, form tab and add fields. Then automatically every proposition, those fields will be displayed. Capture the proposition characteristics. Okay, so I hope that you understood now, and it is clear. Now let us see what is custom form here. Okay, so when you add a field in the below, you cannot actually make it as a drop down radio button like that. So there is no advanced control if you have a requirement like that. So for that reason, we have this thing called custom form. So let us click on submit. Now what happens is, when you click on custom form, there is an OOTB section which is called PY edit element. So that PY edit element section, it can be customizable, and what happens is it will create a circumstance of that rule, circumstanced by your business group value. So this is the OOTB section which is already there in the SR class. So what is SR class? I'll tell you. So this particular section, PY edit element, will be created circumstanced by your business group name. So you see here, DP circumstance value equal to medicines. So when you click on custom form, this section will be created. Custom circumstance section will be created. Always the name will be PY edit element only. Okay, so remember this thing. So for any group, section name will be this only. Only difference is circumstance value will be different. For example, we created pharmacy kits, insurance offers. There also, if you create custom form, section name will be this only, PY edit element. But circumstance value will be pharmacy kits, insurance offers, like that it will be. Okay, so this is OOTB section name called py edit element. So so now you got a full section editor. You can go to full section editor. So you know in section what we can do, we can add so many controls we have. Okay, so you can add whatever you want, you can add it, right? So now let us do that only. So here I don't want this average cost, it is coming over TV. Now let us add some advanced controls. Okay, let us add some advanced controls. So let us take uh, let's take a drop down. Okay, okay, so let us take a drop down. Uh, okay, so so now let us create a property, something like applicable applicable uh, customer type. Okay, I'm just keeping something like applicable customer type, and so I'm just creating this property. See, again, without this section you will not be able to create it as a what you say, like a drop down radio buttons and all that. So the properties that you create will be scalar properties which will not have advanced controls. So here I'm giving uh, like kids, second I'm giving like adults, and third I'm giving like old age. Okay, so just I'm giving like this. Okay, okay, just save it first, and now come back. So I'm giving this name as uh, medicine applicable to which customers. Okay, so which type of customers I'm giving, medicine applicable to which type of customers I'm giving, and I submit. So then I'll just add placeholder also. So here I'm adding placeholder, and I'll add select as a placeholder. So now I save it. So similarly we will add one more control. So let us say I add some other control here. See, again, the reach is yours. I mean, the game is yours. Okay, whatever you want, whatever is satisfying your requirement, that one you can add it. There are so many things, right? You have images, buttons, links. You have radio button, check boxes, and all that. Now let us say I'll take expiry date. Okay, I'll take expiry date. I'll take date and time. So I'll just take here date and time here. So when you are practicing, you take whatever you want to use. Okay. So I'll just give here expiry date. Okay. I'm taking expiry date. I'm giving date and time. Okay. Or I think time will not be there, right? So I'll just give date. Okay. Expiry date. So now here I'll give the label as select expiry date. Okay. Select expiry date and submit. That's it. Okay. Now I think I'm just giving these properties, and let us proceed. Okay. Let us proceed. So now just check in the rule and save it. Okay, save it. Now go to the data, and if you open any of the proposition, so you see that all the properties that we added, right, they are coming here. The drop down, the expiry date, Okay, and the existing fields also coming. Okay, existing fields also coming, and new fields which we added in the section, that is also coming. Okay, so I'm just adding some data. So I'll add one more proposition also. For example, what do we take? Okay, we'll take we'll take like combi flame. Okay, so use it as, okay, used as painkiller medicine. I'm taking combi flame, Turkish strips, like this. Okay, and I will take here adults. Select the expiry date. I'm taking expiry date as 10th March. Okay, something like that. And is a tablet, yes, and the price I'm giving it as 75 rupees. Okay, and I click on create. Same way we will add for others also. So for paracetamol, I'll give it as adults again. Expiry date, I'll give it as February 29, 2024, and remain the same. Same way COVID-19 dosage. Let's say this one I'll give for old age people. Expiry date I'll give as some 10 years I'm giving, February 1st, 2030, and save. Okay, so now I have added the propositions with the data. Just you can ignore this, and that is how you will create the custom form. Okay, basically two options are there. In the custom form, you can actually create all the advanced controls which will satisfy your requirement. Okay, like any kind of properties you can select and you can add them. This is generated form fields is generated form, where you can add only basic fields. And in the custom form, that will create a section called py edit element. Remember the section name, it will always be the same name. Only difference will be circumstance value will be your group name. Here the group name is medicines. You can add whatever controls you want, you can add it as per the requirement. Okay, so any questions still here or understood?
I am good.
Okay, so now we have added three propositions. So let me tell you how it happens in real time. So basically what happens in real time, how it happens in real time. See, in real time, you are not supposed to create one by one proposition like this. Okay, generally what happens in real time is uh, you will actually create a skeleton of these propositions. Okay, you will create a skeleton of this proposition. So when I say skeleton, like what is the business issue, what is the business group, what are all the list of properties that are suggested by the business, that's what you create. Okay, so for example, the business will tell you like I want to promote a laptop. Laptop price, I want to give, they will give you the columns. Okay, they will give you the columns, like I want to include laptop price, laptop model, make, how many years warranty, all these properties they will give you. Those properties you have to create it depending on whether it is a complex property or a small scalar property. Okay, for example, they will give you the properties, then you create this either in the custom form or here you can create it. Then simply you just export this file. Okay, you just export this file. When you export the file, all the properties that you created will come in this file. Okay, all the properties that you created will come in this file. You will remove this OOTV properties, they are not needed. Okay, for example, I'll just remove some of them. So all these are not needed. And ideally in your real time also, this OOTP properties will not come. Since this is a sample application, that's why it is coming here, but in real time you will not get this. So what you do is you will download this CSV file, then you will share this file to the business. Okay, You first create the business issue, you will create the business group, you will create all the required properties, then you will download it and you will share this file to the business through email like that. Okay, then they will take some time and they will upload this sheet. They will update this sheet with the all the propositions that they want. Okay, because you don't know what they are promoting, right? So if you take Amazon or something, they might have lakhs of products. They might have lakhs of products. Even if you take any pharmacy company also, they might have thousands or lakhs of medicines might be there. Okay, they will have thousands or lakhs of medicines. So how will you know what medicines they want to promote? Okay, how will you know what medicines they want to promote? So in real time, you just simply download the sheet with all the properties that they have asked, with all the business issue and business group created. Then they will just populate the sheet and they will send it back to you. Okay, they will say this is the data, you just promote this data. Okay, so they will populate this data and send it back to you. Now let us add some fields, assuming that we are the business. So we'll add some fields here itself. I'm just adding a next record.
Ravikiran, I can't see your CSV
Okay, you're
sheet.
not seeing. Okay, so I'm sharing this Excel sheet here. Hmm, where is that? Okay, so fine. This is the Excel file which I have downloaded. Okay, I just clicked on export button. When I clicked on export button, I got this sheet. Okay, simply I am adding some extra records. Okay, so just assume that this is your sheet. This you will give it to the business. The business will take some time and they will upload all the propositions and the values for the characteristic. They will upload it and they will send it to you. Okay, so now let us add some manually. So for example, I will just add calcium 500 calcium tablets. Okay, calcium tablet. Like this I'm just adding here. And okay, see again, main property is what you need to remember. PY issue, you see here, PY issue sales. Now this is the property which is actually your checking your whether it is always, never, within defined time period. I showed you, right? That property name is this one. PY is proposition active. Okay, PY is proposition active is always. And now let us add this also, medicines. Business group is medicines. Okay, and here now let us go to this. And okay, here we have all our custom properties. You see this one. So whatever we created it, this is a description. For calcium enhancement, I'm using this one. Price is, let's say, 250. Each tablet I'll give as true. Okay, each tablet I'm giving it as true. Same way, let us add one more. Here I'll give like book of syrup. Okay, book of syrup. And I just add here also medicines. And scroll to the right side. Here I will add it as why this is coming like this. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll just add here as for cop. Okay. So some issue is there. Okay, this is not PEGA issue. I think you can see, right, some error is coming here, and that might be the reason. I'm just giving here as 300 and each tablet false. Okay, each tablet false. Okay. Okay, so just I'm giving like this, and I just save it. So now let us import this proposition. Okay, let us import this proposition. So I will just close this and I will open to the Dev Studio. So what I'm doing is right now I am just adding. I just added bulk propositions. and I just import them. Okay, so just first I click on import and I'll do that. I'll show it to you. Okay,
Again, I can't see
yeah,
it.
yeah, sharing it. So what I did is I just clicked on the import button and I just selected my file. Now click on load. Okay, so yeah, it is saying, you see here, it is saying py proposition value cannot be blank. So I think we did not give the correct value there. So let us add it. Okay, so I'm just opening that and I will give the correct value. What is this? I think we have added right. Yeah, this is some issue with this Excel file, Excel that I have. Uh, okay. Row number 7, value cannot be blank. Py is proposition active. So this is the file, right? This is the file which we have added. Okay, row number 7, what is there? Okay, here I have, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Okay, so here we need to add this one also here, this one, and always, and here also. So again, something is not clear here. Okay, but again, you just when you're uploading, right, just upload correctly. Okay, so here something got duplicated. That's why it is throwing that thing. Okay, whatever. But while you are uploading, just upload carefully, and you do it. So now I select again. Let us see. So I just load it. Again, some error. See, you see that some issue is there. Okay, some issue is there with uploading that thing. Okay, some extra records are coming or something is happening, but you can just try this one. Nothing else. How you upload in data type, same thing here also. Okay, same thing here also. Just you click on import and you can upload it. So just try this one your side. If you are also getting same error, then we will discuss how to proceed, but ideally you will not get any error. Okay, so just click on import and you will be able to add the extra records. So that is how you do it in real time, not adding manually, because in real time you will have more than uh, 300, like that. Also you have hundreds of propositions. So hundreds of propositions also, you don't know what is the name of proposition and what is the price of that, all that. That is aware of business only, not by you. So that is the reason the business will send you the sheet and you have to upload it here. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, so now that is it for this decision data. Now we will discuss about SR class. Just assuming that we come here, what we will do, we will discuss about SR class. So let me share that notepad to you. Okay. So what we have done today, created characteristics in the field tab. Okay. Here we have form tab, and we have added that is the generated form. In order for advanced controls, we use custom form. Okay, custom form creates a circumstanced section called py edit element. It creates a circumstance section called py edit element. In this section we can add all advanced controls like checkboxes, radio buttons, drop downs, multi select, images, urls, everything that you want, you can add it, which will satisfy your requirement. Okay, then we have to update propositions manually or through import option. Okay, which will be given by the business. Now let us understand this SR class. What is this SR class here? So if you are opening, if you can see the property, right? So for example, if you see this, uh, you see this, what you say, the decision data or whatever. You see the medicine where it is present CDH dash SR dash sales dash medicine. Or for example, if you open this property also, what is the class that is present? SR class, right? It is created in SR class. So what is this SR class and why it is created there? We will understand now. Okay. So SR class, okay, SR class stands for strategy result class. Okay. SR stands for strategy result class. So just like how you have work class in your PEGA BPM, work class is there, right? Which where you are creating all your rules. Same way for decisioning related projects, we will have this class called SR class. So this SR class is created automatically when you create at least one business issue in your application. See, in the business taxonomy, we have gone to the business taxonomy, right? In the business taxonomy, in our CDH application, some sample business issues and business groups are there. But in your real time project, nothing will be there. So, whenever you create at least one business issue, then automatically in the backend, this SR class will be created. What is the format for this class name means your application ID, okay, dash SR dash business issue, okay, dash business issue name dash business group name. Okay, so this is the format how how the SR class will be created. First of all, it will be created automatically in the backend when you create at least one business issue. Okay, so in the format, what format it will be created? It will be created like this, in this format. So my application ID is CDH dash SR, and then my business issue name is what? Business issue name is sales. Business group name is what? Medicines. So like this SR class has been created. Okay, like this SR class has been created. So then this SR class will have all the decisioning OOTB properties and the OOTB features. Okay. Now, what is this purpose line where I have to create my properties? Same like inheritance, class inheritance is there, right? Same like that only your SR class also will work. Okay, your SR class also will work there, same like that only. So let us open that. So here, see, I have multiple business issues, right? Like whenever I have at least one business issue, this SR class will be created automatically. So you can just go to the App Explorer, then you have to search your application ID name, that is CDH. You can see on the top right, that is the ID, application ID name dash SR. Then you see all the SR class are automatically there here, right? You see acquire, collections, grow, nurture, retain, same thing, whichever is there here, same thing is coming here. And the one that we created today, that is sales, medicines, insurance offers, same thing, whatever we have done, that is also coming here. Now it will follow the same kind of inheritance which I told you. That means, for example, there is something like what you say, patient ID. Okay, there is a property called patient ID. So that patient ID property, you can use it in medicines group and insurance offers group. For example, you will use that in other issues also. You can directly create in CDH-SR. Okay, you can directly create in CDH-SR. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay. So you see here, right? Everything is created same like work class. For example, you have something like patient ID, that you can use it at sales level or you can create it at SR level, because it is in inheritance, right? It is inheritance. For example, if you right click and see the inheritance, you see here CDH dash SR dash sales, CDH dash SR, CDH, same inheritance concept. And the parent of all the SR classes is data dash PX strategy result. Okay, this is the class that will have all the decisioning properties like PY issue, PY group, PY name, PY direction, PY channel. All these properties are present in this class only. Data dash PX strategy result. That is the parent of all the SR classes. So just like how you have a work class, right, where you created a particular implementation layer or you created work layer, same way here also. If there is a property that is common for all the groups or all the issues, you can directly create at SR level. Okay. So for example, you have something like medicine price that is only for this group. So you have to create at this group level. Okay. So that as a decisioning architect, you have to remember this thing. Okay. Understood, or any question or confusion? No confusion. So data dash PX strategy result is the parent class of all decisioning, all the SR classes. Okay, so every time you create a business issue or business group like this, your classes will be there. CDH dash SR dash sales dash insurance offers like this. Okay, now if property specific to that, let's say for example, specific to that group, for example, medicine price, then create at medicine SR class. Okay, medicine SR class. Otherwise, you can create at SR level, like that you can create. Okay, like CRM dash SR. There also you can create. Okay, but all SR classes parent will be this data dash PX strategy result. So our properties like PY issue, PY group, PY name, etc. properties are present in data dash PX strategy result class only. Okay, so all these things you have to remember. Okay, all these things you have to remember. Okay, so I think that will enough for today. This one. So just understand what we have done today. Basically, in our business taxonomy, we have multiple propositions, right? So those propositions um, will have some characteristics. So those characteristics we have added in the form tab. Now, if the characteristics are simple scalar properties, you can directly add there, like if it is like text input or something. But if they are advanced controls like drop downs, check boxes, like that also you have, then you have to go for custom form. Okay, you have to go for custom form. Now, you can also import bulk propositions using bulk option. Then we have seen the SR class. So what is SR class means? Strategy result class. All your decisioning rules will be present in SR class only in the backend. So this class is automatically created when you create at least one business issue. The class format will be your application ID dash SR dash business issue dash business group. Okay. Now if your properties are specific to this particular group, you create it here. If your properties are specific to other groups and other issues also, then you can directly create it SR level also you can create. But whatever you create, how many you create also, the topmost parent for decisioning class is data dash PX strategy result. In this class only, all the OOTB decisioning properties are there. PY issue, PY group, everything is there in this class only. This will be the parent of all the SR class. Okay, so that is the thing here. Okay, now any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll show you how to take backup. Any questions from anyone? So
No,
till
Ravi.
wherever we have learned. Yeah.
Maybe once we practice, we will get more questions.
Yeah, you have to practice. Okay, every one of you, you have to practice. Just listening is not enough. Like I told you, I'll share the assignment on Friday. Okay, I'm going to create a banking project for you, and I
Uh,
will share that assignment. You can practice that.
Ravi, suppose I have office laptop. So if
Hmm.
I create whatever you said, decisioning in office laptop in my dev URL, okay, office
Hmm.
dev URL. So will it be impacted anywhere? No, right?
Actually, you don't create in your existing project. You can create separate application and you can do. Okay. So, anyways, you will not do in your project application, right? You will create a separate application and you will do that. Later, if you don't want, you can delete it.
We can delete also, right? Okay.
We can delete it. Okay. Yeah. So you can do that. Okay. So now I will share how to take backup of all the things. Like a daily, you have to take backup. Every day you practice something, you have to take backup. If it is not personal edition, if it is cloud, you have to do that. So I'm taking backup now. Go to the configure and application distribution export. Okay, then okay, just go to configure application export, application distribution export. You have to do this every day. Take some 5 minutes like that, but you have to do it. So I'm just selecting here application rule set name. I'm just giving it as CDS rules where you want to create the backup. Now I click on next. Okay, so here I don't need all of this, right? Uh, okay, so ideally, I this will take this. Okay, or, yeah. See, ideally, what we need only CDH application. That application is our application. Okay, next, and we have organization elements here. Okay, I'm just taking this also. Access groups. Ideally, yeah, access groups also you need. Click on next. Operators also you need because you have to log in, right? Okay, so this work baskets are not needed because ideally we are not using any work baskets here in decisioning project here, and work group you can just keep it. Data tables, okay, data tables are there. So these are our customer class, right? So we need that customer class. Okay, these are all jar files we don't need, and database storage. Okay, all the classes which are there. So that classes we need all the SR classes. Okay, we need the SR classes. We need it. Yeah, and finish. Okay, then we just click on export button. I will take backup 25. Okay, I'm giving the name as backup 25 and I click on OK. Now it's giving me this pop-up. Just allow this pop-up, and I will just okay. So just I click on export again. Backup 25.zip file I'm giving like this. Okay. So now it will create the backup with that particular name with all the data that you selected. Okay, it will take like 2 to 5 minutes, something like that, and it will give you the link to download. That's it. Okay, it will give the link to download, and you can download it. So after you download, again the procedure is after when you want to import, go to the configure, application, distribution, import. Whatever the file that you downloaded, you just select it and you click on next. Next, that's it. So this is how you take the backup of the daily exercise that you do. Okay, ideally, yeah. So again, ideally, you have to close all these rule sets before you export. So just do that. It will take some time. Okay, 5-10 minutes. It will take some time. Okay, but you have to do all these things. Okay, unless it is a personal edition or you are having some exercise. So I have one more thing, one more solution also for you. So that is called PEGA trial. So there is this particular link. I think you can open and you can try to go to this PEGA trials, or just you search PEGA trials. They will give you like 30 days trial. All you need to do is just you have to what you do, just you have to log in with your account, and 30 days everything will be there, nothing will be deleted, nothing will be gone. So this is the link where you go for PEGA trial. So you can actually try this one, because it will be valid for 30 days. Until 30 days, data will be there with you only. So whoever trying to practice, just use this URL. So probably tomorrow onwards, I will show here only for decisioning part. Mainly, I'm telling you. For marketing, it is not valid. Only for decisioning, I'm telling you. So just go to this URL, create one account or log in with your account, and it will give you one trial option. Okay, so that is there for 30 days for you. Okay, just try that one. Okay, and let me know if you are getting any errors or something. We'll discuss. Okay, fine. Any other questions before we close? Fine, no questions then.